Hello, students. 祝你们新年快乐. So I understand you're all elementary students and high school students studying Chinese. Good idea. 都是应该继续学习. I'll tell you why. Chinese is a very important language in the world. If you speak Chinese, you can not only go to China, but you are able to understand the culture, the history, people, the country. It opens up so many doors. You will have a wonderful time. And it's also a very good investment for your future. And it's also fun. So I'd like to encourage you to study hard, write your exams, and in the meantime, 祝你们新年快乐.
你们好，各位女士，各位先生、朋友们、哥们儿们、姐妹儿们、爷们儿们。我是乔治主席，乔老爷的乔，三明治的治，毛主席的主席，那个乔治主席。我是歌手，我是音乐家，我是表演家。我的乐队，乔治主席乐队，我们融合两个古老的文化，第一个是中国的文化，第二个是那个朋友们希腊的文化。我的乐队现在我们把希腊派对带到中国，我是希腊裔加拿大人，会说中文，还有那个会唱中国歌。2008年我在北京，我是北京的话剧社。2004年在雅典，我是雅典的话剧社。现在朋友们那个很荣幸，很高兴给你们说话。我很荣幸，我会说国语、中文、汉语、普通话都可以，还有希腊语。我祝你们朋友们春节就要到了，所以我祝你们新年快乐，过年好，春节快乐，猴年大吉，还有 my favorite， 恭喜发财。朋友们，我的微博是希腊乔治，很高兴我们在中国见玩，给你们表演，很开心。朋友们，保持联系。
Ni hao, everyone. My name is Sasha Alvin. I'm a current student at the McGill Faculty of Law. I'm a former alumni or current alumni of Fudan Dashui, Fudan University in Shanghai, and soon to be returning to Harbin Institute of Technology in a few months. I'd just like to say you should certainly consider learning Chinese. It is very valuable to learn more culture, specifically a culture that is so rich and diverse, as well as very, very beneficial to your future. I myself have been able to befriend so many different people in Shanghai and all across China as a result of learning the language, as well as having been to school there. I would definitely recommend it, and I hope you will too.
你们好, my name is Paul Brennan, by Renan in Chinese. And in 1973, they announced, while I was at university, the first Canada-China scholarship program to send 20 Canadian students to China and 20 Chinese students to Canada. So I figured I didn't know the rest of the world outside of Canada, and I wanted to learn about it. So I put my hand up and got selected, and off I went to China to learn Chinese. I had learned a bit of Chinese at McGill University before, so that helped. Basically, in year one, we learned about 25 characters per day with dictation the next morning. And but in that first year, we learned really how to become fluent. And then the second year went to Peking University. The point I want to make, which is maybe a little bit different from some of the others on the cultural linguistic side, is that learning Chinese is good for your future career. Nowadays, people, companies, from big companies to medium-sized ones, are looking for people who know Chinese or Spanish or other languages, who can act as mediators to open up new doors, to develop new partnerships, to bring a cultural truth to another country. So learning the language is great culturally. It opens up your mind, prevents Alzheimer's when you grow old, apparently. But more importantly, it also prepares you for an enriching career. The companies are now saying that two people come to them one person has international experience and the same other competencies, they will hire the person who's gone abroad, who's learned another language, and been to another country. Because that illustrates that that person is open to other cultures, can work in different cultures, and will be a greater asset to their growth as a company. So yes, learn it because it's fun, because it's different, because it'll allow you to discuss and become friends with a quarter of the world's population in a growing country. But also learn it for your own career options. And believe me, from my experience and many others, it will be really worthwhile. 再见。
大家好, I'm Margaret McQuaig Johnson, and I first learned Mandarin in 1979. I wanted to go to China because it looked kind of cool and there were all kinds of interesting things going on at the time. China was just opening up. And so I joined a group that was going. And before I went, and my husband came with me, we learned a little bit of Chinese from records and a book. You have never seen records unless your parents have them. But the records were from Peking University, Beida, which is like learning English from the BBC. Our accents, our tones of what we were learning were really good. We could only say about 8 or 10 sentences, like Ni Jiao Shen De Mingzi. I could say that back in 1979, and everybody just loved it. China was just opening up. And so it was very exciting to be there at that time. Since then, I've worked in science and technology and policies and programs, and I've worked a lot with China. I've been there 11 times. Every time I get a chance to use my Mandarin in the street, and it all comes back instantly. That China is the country of the future, and just knowing some basics of the language will really get you far. Allow you to talk in the streets with people, use taxis, buy things in stores, negotiate prices in stores more effectively. So I really encourage you to keep up your Chinese studies. I know at this stage it might from time to time feel like a pain, but you'll find as time goes on that you'll really find opportunities to use it.
你好，我要给你们讲一首故事。有一天，有一只老鼠，老鼠爬爬看看有没有吃东西，然后一个大猫出来了，老鼠就非常害怕，跑到它妈妈去了，然后妈妈很放心，她说：“呼呼呼呼，那个猫就跑了。”你看，学到第二语言非常重要。